It was 2 days before Christmas when Ellen found the lump in her breast. Stressed, busy with her 3 children, her job, her home and her husband, she did not want to believe it at first. It couldn't be happening to her. She did not have time for this. Surely it was a mistake, a bruise, a bump she hadn't noticed. At the back of her mind, however, the fear had started. She had seen her own mother die from breast cancer. Ellen tried to put it out of her mind. She argued with herself. She rediscovered her religion, bargained with God. She blocked it out and waited. But over the next 6 months, awake and distressed most nights, the fear took over. She imagined the worst. Images of her mother's illness flooded her mind every time she closed her eyes. She imagined the devastation for her young children, images of her coffin being lowered into the ground, her children sobbing at the graveside. She couldn't inflict this on them. This wasn't a good time. They were all busy with school, exams, plans. She would leave it for now. Maybe it was nothing. For 6 months, constant thoughts and images went around her head. Was it something she had done? Was it her fault? How would her children, her family, manage? She told no one. She couldn't eat. She lost weight. This frightened her even more. The lump was still there. In fact, she thought it might be bigger. Every day she checked, hoping it was a bad dream. Finally, one day, a concerned friend asked her what was wrong. Ellen broke down in tears and told her about her fears. Her friend acted immediately. Her family rallied round her, and she started the journey of investigation. Ellen's story will be familiar to many of you. The fear of getting cancer remains widespread. This may be due to personal experience. Perhaps a family member or close friend died from cancer. Or a cancer story in the media. These experiences can hugely influence your understanding and therefore your experience of cancer. Unfortunately, while some of these fears and beliefs may be true, many are not. Yet these beliefs are responsible for the distress that people feel, the type of torment that Ellen's story describes. This section discusses thoughts and responses of those who fear they may have cancer, the implications of those worries, and how to manage them. The fear of cancer, what is it? The word cancer still strikes fear into many people's hearts. Some people will not even say the word cancer. What lies behind that fear varies, but there are some common themes. Fear of suffering, pain, death, and dying. Most people who find something that suggests cancer automatically imagine the worst: suffering, pain, death, and dying. This is particularly the case if they have had personal experience of someone close to them who has suffered in this way. They immediately imagine unbearable suffering and pain. They imagine dying in circumstances in which they have no control, untreated pain, and unmanageable distress. Often, in addition to these thoughts, they will have images in their mind that have an even more powerful and distressing effect. The more one tries to block out these experiences, the stronger they become. People visualize them in their head, unable to see any alternatives.